Men come on hot and heavy in the beginning, and then somewhere around 3 months to 6 months, even to a year, they begin to bail in most cases. Now, this isn't every man, of course, but most men will begin to lose interest a little bit, or things will begin to feel routine, or they'll start to question whether or not they really love you or want to be with you. Hi, I'm Adrienne Everheart, and today I'm going to talk about how you can go from boyfriend, girlfriend to a more serious, committed relationship. Now, if you're just dating a man and you want to be in something more committed, or maybe this man has asked you to be exclusive, yet now he's maybe not coming around as much, what can you do to go back to having that commitment that you want with this man? So I first want to just go over a few points of how commitment works with most men. With most men, they start dating you, and very quickly they want to be exclusive with you. They maybe don't come right out and say, hey, will you be exclusive with me? It's usually more of something that a woman kind of falls into. That's why we sometimes call it the girlfriend trap. You just kind of fall into it, into believing the two of you are in a relationship. Where in the man's mind, he's just going along and this feels good. And yeah, he doesn't want you dating any other man. So most men, if they're dating a woman regularly, they really don't want her dating anyone else. However, I teach you something called quantum dating, but I do quantum dating with a twist, because really when you get over the age of 35 to 40 and on up, things really change. So again, with most men, they come on strong in the beginning. They want to claim you. They don't want you to be dating anybody else. And then sometimes they lose interest a little bit further down the road. So with quantum dating, you keep your options open until there's an offer on the table. And that means until the man comes around and lets you know that he's really interested in marrying you, and there is a ring. There's some sort of proposal. Now, a lot of you that are in your late 30s and 40s and on up, the game has changed a little bit. A lot of people are on their second and third marriage. They're not so quick to act. So today I'm going to talk about the terms and conditions of dating. Now, if you are a little bit older and you're really wanting that commitment with a man, but you don't want him to feel like, oh, there's all this pressure, he needs to present you with a ring and you've only gone out on 4 or 5 dates, of course not. You want to have more of a lengthy dating schedule that feels good and right to you. This isn't something you want to race into, because once a man does ask you for commitment, well, you're committed to him. You're not dating anyone else. Once you take your dating profile down and you're only seeing him, that's what you're doing. And then to renege on that is going to cause some drama or a new problem or some other conversations. So the terms and conditions of dating exclusively look like this. When the man comes to you and says, I want you to be with just me, I don't want you dating anybody else, that's when you have to say, well, what does that mean? What does that mean for us? What would that look like? And he goes, well, I don't want you dating anybody else. I want you dating just me. That's where you can say, oh my goodness, I'm so flattered. That feels amazing to think about. Yet, what does that mean? Because you then want to lay out terms and conditions. These are things that in dating are what you're desiring so that you can get to know him better. So that would include, well, it really feels good to get a text message every day. And it feels good to go out of town at least about once a month together. And I really like dating a couple of times a week. So you're letting him know the terms and conditions of an exclusive dating relationship for you. So here's the key. If he deviates from the terms and conditions and he suddenly is not showing up as much and he's dating you only once a week and you're going days without hearing from him on a text message, that's when you can revisit the terms and conditions and say, I've noticed lately we're not seeing each other as much and I feel a little sad about it, yet I'm curious how you feel. So you're going to get him to open up about what's going on. And he's like, well, I see you. I come over. I took you out just the other night. So you let the man know, well, in a committed dating relationship, one of the things that feels good to me is dating 2 to 3 times a week. So I want to keep my options open. And that means you go back to quantum dating. Now, at that moment, the man is going to say, What do you mean keep your options open? Are you dating other guys? I don't want you dating other guys. And you say, well, neither do I, but I don't know what to do. It feels so good when we're together, but we go such long stretches without seeing one another. Some days I hear from you and some days I don't. I don't know what we're doing until last minute on the weekend sometime, and it feels really sad to me, and I miss connecting with you. So this is where you want to give the guy a couple of weeks to either clean up his act. If he doesn't clean up his act and start coming around, having dinner with you, and keeping to the original terms and conditions, you then revisit it again and let him know, this has felt really wonderful, but I want to be in a regular dating relationship. If I'm in a committed dating relationship, it means this to me. And that's not really happening so much anymore, so I'm going to keep my options open. Now, at that point, you can keep dating him. You can keep dating that same man and getting to know him a little bit better, but also start going out on coffee dates. If that man's not ready to commit to you and he's not ready to meet you on the dating terms and conditions, you must keep moving on. So just to refresh, men come on hot and heavy in the beginning, and then somewhere around 3 months to 6 months, even to a year, they begin to bail in most cases. Now, this isn't every man, of course, but most men will begin to lose interest a little bit, or things will begin to feel routine, or they'll start to question whether or not they really love you or want to be with you. So this is why I want you to know you've got his heart all tied up. I encourage you to read my book, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man, and get one of my programs like the ABCs to Get Him Back, or New Man Manifesto, or Dating Unzipped. All of these will help you learn the tools and techniques to tie up his heart for good. I hope this video has been helpful to go from boyfriend-girlfriend to a more serious, committed relationship. The terms and conditions are there to protect you. So before you give up all your options and be with just one man, you know that he's going to be there and meet you on your terms, not the other way around. All right, now if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to me. And I always love to hear from you in the comments sections. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.